Hello and welcome to Copytraders Club, where you can learn how to make more money copy trading. I am Gavin Macaulay, my name and username on eToro. Like you, I copy trade, and together we can learn from others how to do it better and have some fun. Here we go! Indeed, a very warm welcome to this historic episode 1 of Copytraders Club, back where it all began. This episode is basically just a short introduction to the podcast. I divide it into 3 parts. Part 1, what is its purpose? Part 2, who's it for? Who's it not for? And Part 3, what sort of content can you expect? So Part 1, what is the purpose of Copytraders Club? This show will all be about copy trading on eToro. Maybe other platforms will be added in time, who knows? For the moment, we will concentrate on eToro and indeed on the many aspects of copy trading that are relevant, regardless of platform. I joined eToro just a few months ago and have been drinking in as much information as I can about copy trading. There are some wonderful resources on YouTube for learning all the ins and outs of the platform, such as Social Trading Vlog, and of course the wonderful Felix Falix YouTube channel, which is the place to go for in-depth PI reviews and to understand what the statistics show, and indeed what they do not. A podcast is not the medium to try and tackle these kind of issues. So what will we be doing here? Well, from the moment I signed up, I have been looking to learn how best to copy trade. And when you want to learn anything, who do you look to? You look to people who are successful at it. You want to learn how to play golf, you take lessons from a pro. You want to learn how to scuba dive, you do your open water course with a diving instructor. However, when it comes to copy trading, all the focus I see is on PIs and how to use the platform. And of course, all the chat about crypto and hot stonks. Where, I was asking myself, is the place where copy traders exchange ideas with each other, or debate strategies and discuss pitfalls and share their experience? Nowhere, it seems. So the answer is Copytraders Club. They say write the book you want to read, so I'm making the podcast I would want to listen to. The word club is used on purpose to signify the collaborative goal of this show. I'm hoping that it will bring copy traders together and become a useful, informative and entertaining resource which comes at it from a different angle from all that currently exists. In truth, eToro and copy trading are both very new endeavours. We are, in some ways, pioneers in a practice that I think is going to become more and more popular in the years ahead. So it makes sense for us to band together and improve as a collective. We are not in competition with each other, so why go it alone? We can make money together. Why not get tips and wisdom and ideas that work, rather than blindly making decisions and hoping for the best? I am hoping to learn from the people out there. I'm hoping that if I build it, they will come. So today is the opening ceremony. I'm standing here with a massive pair of scissors, cutting the ribbon on a grand Copytraders Clubhouse. Opening soon, and everyone is invited. Coming up in part 2, who is it for? Who is it not for? And now on to part 2. Who is it for? Who is it not for? The show is, drumroll please, for copy traders and anyone interested in starting to copy trade. It's not going to focus on individual stocks or assets. It's not meant as an absolute beginner's guide to using eToro or to learn all about the latest technical developments of the platform. And it's certainly not going to do deep dive number crunching on PI performance. All of these topics will come up in some form or another, I'm sure. But as for focusing on them, as I've already said, there are much better places for that. If you use eToro only to trade your own stocks, crypto, commodities, or Forex, then there's not going to be much for you here. This is exclusively for those with an interest in copy trading. That includes PIs who might want to understand the copy trading mindset more and then give people what they want. I get the impression that a shocking number of people sign up for eToro, fund their account, and within minutes go through the editor's choices clicking on a bunch of PIs to copy. Most likely those with the highest returns. Bish bash bosh. Job done. That is their process. Since you're listening to this podcast, I'm going to assume you're not that kind of decision maker. You value information and you'd like to have a rationale behind what you do. What you may not realize is how many decisions you already made or will need to make to set yourself up as a copy trader, thanks in no small part to the ease of use of eToro. But for every decision you made, there were a range of possible choices. Let's consider a few of them. Shall I only copy trade or mix copy trading and doing my own trading? How many PIs to copy? I could copy 1, I could copy 100. I could copy any number in between. How to choose PIs to copy? I guess I need to know what's important to me. Is it last year's returns or an unshakable investing philosophy akin to my own? Do I really know my PI's investing philosophy? Do I really know my own? Do too many of my PIs all invest in the same thing? Are they all genuinely capable, talented people, or am I entrusting my money to a bunch of lucky idiots? Given the recent years of bull market, this is a very serious question because everyone looks like a genius. How about portfolio diversification? Is my portfolio diversified in terms of the number of PIs, the number of assets, the asset classes? Are my PIs individually diversified? And in fact, do I really know my PI's approach to portfolio management? How long should I stick with my PIs? I could back my chosen guys and girls and make no changes for 3 years. I could choose different ones every year, every month, ship them in, ship them out. I could mimic the Premier League, keep the best ones year on year, relegate the worst ones, and promote the top performers on my watch list. I could go on, but mercifully, for your sake, I won't. The point is, there's a lot to it. When such a range of decisions are presented, the choices made will result in a vast range of copy trading strategies. Many will fail. How many people have lost their shirts copy trading by making the wrong decisions? I imagine if we knew those numbers, we would run away like a scalded cat, as they say in Ireland. But by the same token, how many copy traders are there who feel that their record shows they have made good decisions, that their approach had helped them avoid the pitfalls, and who don't make the mistakes that they used to? They are out there. Can we engage with such copy traders and learn from them? That is my aim. It won't be necessary for them to make their profile public for you, the listener, to look at. As long as I can verify that they have a successful track record, then they can bring a lot of value by sharing their experience with us. So if all of that sounds like something you would like to be part of, well, who is Copytraders Club for, gentle listener? It is for you. Coming up in part 3, what sort of content can you expect? Part 3, what sort of content can you expect? Well, how the content develops is something that might change over time, but my initial plan is to have 2 types of episode: conversation episodes and regular episodes. One of the best things about being a podcast is that it allows for long-form conversations. Not sound bites, not flashing lights and thumbnails with a scream face declaring a 50x opportunity. Just people calmly chatting through the many and varied aspects of copy trading and investing that they find interesting. I plan to have these conversations with PIs, with YouTubers who create copy trading content, maybe with people from eToro. However, I also want to talk to copy traders. I want to hear about successful copy trading directly from successful copy traders. So let's look at those 4 types of conversations one by one. First of all, PI chats. It would be impossible, as I said earlier, to do a deep dive on PIs from a numbers point of view. The stats, the drawdown, the risk score, etc. All of that would go in one ear and out the other. What we can do in a podcast is really get to know a PI. We can spend a longer time than other media on things like background, education, employment, lifestyle, and the more human side of things. We will of course seek information from them about their investment philosophy, strategy, portfolio management, risk management, ambition and fear. We can quiz them about their greatest victory and their worst failure. We can find out from them what they really think about the copy trader they should attract. We can also ask them what their approach would be if they were a copy trader. Ultimately, we can get to the substance that cannot be achieved elsewhere. Now, I have a few lined up for the early episodes of the show, which I'm really looking forward to. I lie in bed at night, unable to sleep, as the questions keep popping up in my head. The second group of chats will be with YouTubers. You probably know a few YouTube channels that deal with eToro content. There are varying levels of quality, of course, but overall they produce some excellent stuff. These people are all real eToro enthusiasts. They've spent a lot of time thinking about the platform and probing all sorts of aspects of it. Most of them are learning along with us. But these guys are an excellent source of information, and it would be nice to hear them chatting about eToro and the world of copy trading in a different setting from the confines of their own videos. I have 1 or 2 of these guys penciled in for some of the early episodes of this show. The third group on my list are eToro representatives. I'm not so sure about this one, but I've seen some eToro people popping up on various YouTube channels. They could be an interesting source of information about recent developments in the platform, the future of eToro, and many more areas that I really haven't fleshed out that much in my mind to date, mostly because what I'm really interested in is the 4th category. And the 4th category is chats with copy traders. Now, this is an area that's a bit of a step into the unknown. Can we find copy traders with a great track record to come on the show for a chat about their career to date in copy trading? I have one excellent example lined up for one of the early episodes. In fact, it should be out now, episode 4. However, it's not clear to me how easy it is going to be to find this type of contributor. For this to be a regular part of the podcast, we need to come together as a club. If you or anyone you know fits the bill and would be happy to sit and have a chat about their copy trading for the benefit of others, that would be great. If we can establish a regular stream of such a contributor, imagine the wealth of experience and wisdom we can tap into. They can tell us what mistakes they made in the beginning, what they learned from those mistakes and how we can avoid them. They can tell us about the different PI configurations they've employed over time and what system they ultimately settled on. All those questions I listed earlier on, they will have answered them different ways at different times and therefore have some time-tested results to tell us about. So, how fascinating would it be to hear all these stories and opinions from copy traders who are both experienced and successful? So while this part of the project is the least knowable at this early stage, I think it is the one with the greatest potential to provide valuable content to all of us. But I will need your help if the club is going to succeed on this front. Those are the conversation episodes. The other type of episode is basically a regular update kind of episode, which will feature me solo chatting through matters such as what's new, eToro news, things happening in the market. A look at my portfolio, what's been going on there. Quotes and extracts from some of my favorite investors and what they mean to me. Then an expanded discussion about that issue. These may involve references to an investing book or a video of a lecture or an interview from some of the greatest minds out there. I will always try to relate how investing education can be applied to copy trading. I think copy trading is investing. It's a branch of investing, not an alternative to it, and it therefore deserves to be explored and considered in greater depth than it appears to be currently. PI news, any interesting bits and bobs from the popular investor world? Listener participation. If you have a question or a suggestion, send it in. I'll read out the ones that catch my eye and give you a shout out. Also YouTube recommendations on investing, copy trading, and anything else that has come across my radar that is relevant and I might think could be interesting or helpful. I'm working on the assumption that I can create one conversation episode and one update episode each month. So that would mean a new episode dropping into your device every 2 weeks. The challenge, as it appears right now, will be to keep the flow of guests going. It is possible that I'm grossly overestimating the desire of people from all four categories, PIs, YouTubers, eToro, and copy traders, to want to come for a chat. Although all the answers I've had so far have been yes. The way to ensure ongoing success in attracting guests is by strength in numbers. As Wall Street Bet showed, when there are enough of you, great things can be achieved. So if this is the type of content that sounds good to you, subscribe, obviously. You can pause this right now and hit subscribe. I'll wait for you. But subscribing is the easy bit. Helping to get the club going is going to be the real benefit that you can add by sharing it with your friends and on whatever platforms you think other potential interested parties might be. I would really appreciate it if you could get behind the idea of Copytraders Club. It'll be your club. The stronger it is, the more it can work for you and help you grow your wealth. That's all from me on this first introductory episode. Thanks for listening. Until we meet again at Copytraders Club, I wish you many happy returns.